Fortnite announced their competitive plans for 2026 and it's looking real solid. The main takeaways are that we're going to have 4 in-person events throughout 2026, whereas we usually have 1 or 2, on top of a $1 million mobile series. And the one everyone's been talking about, which is going to be the main topic of today's video, is Ranked 2.0. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what I think Ranked 2.0 is and should be, and overall the state of Ranked Fortnite right now. So what is Ranked 2.0? I think Rank 2.0 is going to be basically a new version, updated version of the current rank system that we have. I don't think it's going to completely change, almost like how we went from arena to ranked, because that was completely different. We got different names, different ranks, everything. I don't think it'll be like that. I think it's going to be still the same rank with a few different elements, and it's going to kind of change how ranked works. Now, the first thing that I think is going to change in Rank 2.0 is the highest rank in ranked. Right now, the highest rank we have in Fortnite, as you all know, is Unreal. And I'm sure we can all agree that for it being the highest rank in the world, it's sort of easy to get to. We've had seasons where there are millions of people in Unreal in build mode of reload alone, which is a lot of people. So I think we'll see one of the two things in Rank 2.0. Number one, we're either going to see a completely new rank above Unreal. That'll be the new highest rank, but you can't have millions of players in this rank. What I think should happen is that they introduce a new rank above Unreal that only 1,000 players per region can be in. For example, let's go ahead and call this new rank Unreal 2.0. Only 1,000 players can be in Unreal 2.0 on NA East. And if you lose a lot of games and you're ranked 999, you're at a risk of deranking and dropping out of that rank, and someone else will take your spot. Possibility number 2 is, instead of getting a completely new rank, they're going to change how Unreal works. They could make it so that you actually can derank out of Unreal now, because right now you could get to Unreal and not touch the game or touch ranked for the rest of the season for months, and you still keep Unreal, which in my opinion is one of the biggest flaws in the current rank system of Fortnite. And I think it's a flaw because of multiple different reasons. Reason number 1 is it doesn't give people any other reason to keep playing ranked after they get to Unreal. A lot of people get to Unreal right now and they just stop playing ranked because they already got the highest rank. There's really nothing else to keep playing for. Reason number 2 is the prestige, is the reward of being an Unreal rank. If hundreds of thousands and millions of people can get to Unreal every single season, then it sort of doesn't really mean anything to be in Unreal. I mean, let's be honest, and you guys can let me know down in the comments, but I can guarantee none of you guys really get that impressed when someone tells you they're Unreal, or if you see a video of someone being in Unreal. Like, let's be real, no one really cares. The only scenario you might care someone is in Unreal is if they're ranked number 1 Unreal, because you're curious on how they got to rank number 1. So if they make it so that you can actually drop out of Unreal, number 1, it'll make people to have to keep playing ranked, because if they don't, they can lose their rank. Number 2 is that not only they have to keep playing, but they also have to keep taking it serious and try to get the win. Because right now, you either get to Unreal and stop playing, or you get to Unreal and you keep playing, but you just don't care enough to win games anymore. Because even if you lose 10 games, 20 games, 30 games in a row, you're just not going to derank. So people treat it like pubs, and it kind of loses that ranked feeling. And that is why I have the most amount of fun in ranked the first week of ranks being reset. After that, after a lot of people get to Unreal, it just doesn't even feel like ranked anymore. Which leads me to my next point, and the second thing that I think we'll see change in Rank 2.0, which is incentives. Incentives to keep playing ranked, to want to play ranked and get the highest rank, and basically having a reason to play more than just the first week of trying to get to Unreal. If there's only a certain number of people that can be in the highest rank, now you have more of a reason to keep playing and winning games. But also, Fortnite can now do more cosmetic rewards. For example, let's look at the FNCS pickaxe. Every single season, the players that win FNCS on each region get the exclusive FNCS pickaxe that only they have. Nobody else does. Now, say we have a new rank where only 1,000 players on each region could get to. And if you end the season in that rank, you get an exclusive emote or an exclusive pickaxe, maybe even an exclusive skin. So now now everyone knows that you were in the top 1000 rank. Now that is another incentive for people to want to get to that highest rank and maintain and keep their rank. They can also come out with an emote that is similar to the Crown Wins emote, but instead it shows you your highest rank in the current season or one of the past seasons, or maybe even how many wins you have gotten as an Unreal player or an Unreal 2.0 player. And again, these are just some ideas that I have, but I do think in rank 2.0 we're going to see more rewards, more incentives, and more reason for players to want to play ranked and rank up. The third thing that I think we're going to see change in rank 2.0 is the way you rank up. First, I think it should be a lot more clear on exactly how you can rank up. And I know Fortnite has mentioned sort of how you can rank up and how ranking up works. For example, eliminating an Unreal player is worth a lot more and ranks you a lot more versus eliminating a gold player. Like, we know all of these, but we still don't know exactly how it works. You see, when you look at other games and their rank system, for example, Valorant, League of Legends, Warzone, for all these games, there's exactly a point system, and you know exactly how much you lose from a specific game, how many more eliminations, how many more wins you need to get to the next rank. And in Fortnite, really all we have is just a percentage that shows you how much you're away from the next rank. But realistically, I could have a 20 elimination game in my first rank game of the season, and someone else can have a 40 elimination game in their first rank of the season, and we get both placed into gold 2, and we don't know why that is. For example, we have no idea if capturing flags, opening crates, opening airdrops, capturing the loot island, all these things affect your ranking up at all. I remember back in chapter 5 there was some rumors going around capturing the loot island ranks you up, which I don't think was the case at all. But again, it's the uncertainty. It's the not knowing whether it's true. And if it is true, how does it work? The second thing that I think will change in the ways that you can rank up is simply what you need to do to rank up. Right now, if you really wanted to, you could go from unranked to Unreal without getting a single elimination. And we've seen this multiple times by different people. Getting to Unreal by sitting in a building or a bush the entire game. Getting to Unreal without touching the ground and having your glider open, or getting to Unreal without getting a single elimination. And there's nothing wrong with that, and I personally find it super fun and entertaining. But for a true ranking system and experience, realistically, that shouldn't be possible. And even though it takes longer, it's still possible. And I think in rank 2.0, that really won't be possible anymore. And if they do change the way ranking up works, I think that's ultimately going to change the way players play as well. Because right now, when you get to the highest rank or to the higher ranks, you see all sorts of play styles. You see players that are more aggressive and getting eliminations, but then you also see the players that don't really do much and they might just sit in the bush and hope for a 1-kill win or a 2-kill second place. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that's not typically what you would expect out of the highest rank in the world. And listen, I completely understand. Fortnite has always been about equality and giving everyone a chance, whether it's in pubs, whether it's in ranked. So I get the reason why ranked is the way it is. They just want to give everyone a chance to get to Unreal, and I completely understand that. But as we can see with the player count and the numbers of ranked recently, it seems to not really be working. Ranked playlists in Reload and BR are at potentially the lowest numbers we've seen in a very long time. And if there's one thing I've learned as a creator who's been playing Fortnite for 8 years now, is that we're slowly reaching a point, and we already have sort of reached that point, where more people are becoming interested in competitive play rather than just pubs. Back in the day, everyone loved pubs because there were no AIs. It meant something to win. Every single win was exciting in its own way, and you know, it wasn't easy to get a win. And with the way Fortnite pubs have changed in recent years, with the number of AIs and the overall skill of players and how many wins everyone has gotten in the past 8 years, it doesn't really feel the same winning a game of Fortnite anymore. And the closest feeling you get to that is either in a tournament or a ranked game, or maybe even a pub if every single player was real, which unfortunately is not the case for most games. So I think a better ranked system can do a lot of good for the game, including bringing that feeling back again for a lot of people. This is a topic where I could just sit here and talk about all day because, you know, if you watch my streams, you've probably heard me talk about a lot of these things before. So I'm very excited for 2.0. And again, we don't exactly know. We don't know really anything about 2.0. Everything I've said is just an assumption and sort of what I hope happens. I hope I made sense throughout this video. I hope I didn't just jump around topics. So I wanted to make this video to give you guys an insight on what we can possibly expect from Rank 2.0. And I'm genuinely curious to hear what you guys think about the topic of Ranked. I've played a lot of Fortnite Ranked, and I've been playing it since the day it came out. And when you do something so much and for so long, you start to have a good understanding of how it works, but you also start to notice what's missing, the blind spots, the weaknesses, and overall what needs to be improved. I personally believe everything I mentioned in this video are valid flaws and reasons for Ranked to change. Now, if you think otherwise, or you think there should be other changes in Ranked, let me know down in the comments. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end and watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.